trust the defense.
Come up with one back. That's Ingram. Play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside. It's complete. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance. And
he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. We get a look at the Saints defense as they file into position. And the interception the last time, their 3rd takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
They go play action with Stewart. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Here's Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Breeze to throw on second down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver, 40 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. Touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we Called the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Stewart is the lone setback. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
And as a defender, if you go with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but to have 2 in the first quarter, that's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires, and that will force a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Normally he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Newton on 3rd down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either
defense in the right spot, just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Dancing to his left, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. Touchdown, and the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Delvin Brown with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On third and long, it's Breeze. And off his back, they've got his man complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. First and 10, here's Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the screen pass. 37 yards. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Their dangerous wide receiver. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are pouring it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And trotting back out there now, this Saints defense. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a second down.
One-handed, love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And the head coach reaches for...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Stephon Anthony from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And look at this, another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Well, you know, that incompletion gives me a second to tell you that, partner, it's Thanksgiving week, and gosh darn it, I'm thankful for you.
Oh, listen to you.
Yeah.
You're awfully good. Look, truthfully, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for this opportunity for us. Thankful for the Madden franchise and all the people who play it, because without them, we're not sitting here right now. And we certainly hope that they're all having a great Thanksgiving. And, of course, we're thankful for our great men and women in uniform.
Absolutely. Well said. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Now a play fake here on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They go play action here on first down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 20 that time. The win over the Saints for Ted Ginn, it was an interesting one. He had a touchdown overturned, saying his knee was down at the 1, and then later had one overturned that said it was a touchdown when they originally said it was not. So whatever the case, he did get in.
It was a very strange night for him, a lot of flip-flopping on the calls, but ultimately he scored his first touchdown of the year, and that was unusual in and of itself because when he's a Carolina Panther, he tends to find the end zone pretty frequently.
They fake the give. Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball.
I do admire that he went for it.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now Breeze on third down. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.J. Spiller. And fourth down coming up.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their third straight incompletion on this drive. And they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on fourth down. Back deep for the Panthers, Ted Ginn. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the and a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Stewart is the lone setback. A play fake to Stewart. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Delvin Breaux with a pick. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Barthon for the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's...
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The field comes New Orleans, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints just continue to roll. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space. Now Barth for the extra point.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he cuts it back left. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense. The penalties decline.
Barthon for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And for the third time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them zero favors with that return.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So the safety, obviously a big play, but now the offense, maybe they feel pressure to score with the defense doing something like that.
And it's good pressure because they put them in a nice spot now, having scored the points on defense, turn the ball back over to them. You're right, there's pressure to score, but they feel good about their chances.
That's good. They like that pressure. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
This is taken around the 12. Now the Saints get set to trot out there. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. Cuts it out. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Returnable here. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
In a lot of ways, you equate your return guys with daredevils. These guys have no fear, and they think that every time they touch the ball, they're taking it all the way to the house for a score. In this case, he coughed it up and cost his team.
Stewart is the lone setback. A final shot before the break. Newton. Oh, he's going backwards. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes. First series of the second half. Offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
They'll try to set that tone here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
And for K'Wan Short, the questions about his motor really went away in 2015. Boy, what a season he had.
17 tackles for a loss last year, and, of course, give him another one right there.
Hey.
At the 40. 20. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Now a toss to Spiller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That one good for 12 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here.
Again, they run it with Spiller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Joining only Gale Sayers as men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I know that much.
Don't forget, I know you. Selfie. We'll do a selfie.
Oh, yeah, we'll do a selfie. We'll do a group selfie.
There you go.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Now Barth for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room at home?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal. That's fielded in the end zone. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the 2 points always stings, but they can put this in the end zone. You can make it a 2-score swing.
That stinging is probably that shot you take to the body. And now they can hit them in the chin with a big one, can't they? I mean, they can come right up and smack them and really create a great advantage for themselves.
An opportunity to take advantage. We'll see if they do just that. Again on the ground. Again, it's Spiller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards on the pickup. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Toss play to Spiller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Extending the NFL record with his 8th touchdown of the game. And the Saints are pouring it on.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have...